Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to deconstruct the marketing for a wellness product called Lymph Tonic. And let's be super clear about one thing. This explainer isn't about whether the product actually works. Nope. Instead, we're digging into the techniques used on its sales page to convince you to buy. It's a fascinating look at modern online marketing, so let's just dive right in.
Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. We've got 5 parts. First up, what is the product even promising to do? Then we'll look inside its natural formula. After that, we'll see how they build trust with customer testimonials. Then we'll dissect the actual sales pitch. And last, we'll do the one thing most people skip. We're going to read the fine print.
All right, let's get into part 1, the promise. You know, every single product out there, whether it's a brand new car or a little bottle of herbal drops, it all starts with a problem, right? And a promise to fix it. So let's see what problem this one claims to solve. So right off the bat, every sales page has to answer that one big question we all ask. Yeah, but what's in it for me? So, what are the big benefits they're dangling in front of us to get our attention? The page kicks off with these 4 core promises. It's all about supporting healthy fluid balance, supporting lymphatic drainage, supporting circulation, and of course the fact that it's a natural herbal formula. Now, you got to pay attention to the language here. It's really specific. That word support is doing a lot of heavy lifting. They're not claiming to fix your circulation, just to support it. It's a subtle but really important legal distinction. And it's interesting, right? They list natural herbal formula has a benefit in itself. That's a direct shout out to anyone who prefers natural stuff over things made in a lab.
Okay, so they've made a big promise. Now they've got to back it up, right? This is where the ingredients come in. They have to build a case for why their product can deliver. So let's take a look inside this so-called proprietary blend.
First one up is Boswellia, and you can see the marketing playbook right here. It's all about association. By name-dropping Ayurvedic medicine, a system that's thousands of years old, the product kind of borrows this aura of ancient wisdom and trust.
Next up, curcumin. And this is a really smart move because so many of us already connects turmeric with being healthy. It gives them a familiar starting point, tapping into positive feelings you might already have. Then they bring in horse chestnut and link it to European herbal medicine. See what they're doing? They're building this story of a global, time-tested formula. It's not just some new fad, it's a collection of traditions from all over the world.
And to finish it off, they bring in nattokinase, tying it to Japanese nutrition. So get this, in just 4 ingredients, they've taken us on a world tour from India to Europe to Japan, all to build this narrative of a powerful, globally sourced blend.
But here's a really important detail, the dose. The page says you get 600 milligrams of this blend in each serving. The catch? Because it's proprietary, they don't have to tell you how much of that is Boswellia or curcumin or anything else. The exact recipe is their little secret. All right, so ingredients are one thing. They appeal to your brain, right? But to really get you on board, they need to appeal to your heart. And that's where stories from real people, what marketers call social proof, come into play.
So let's meet Sarah M. Her story is effective because it just feels real. She's not claiming some huge miracle. She's just talking about her leg feeling a bit more comfortable. It's this small, believable improvement that makes it feel so authentic. And that little verified purchase tag, well, that's just the cherry on top for credibility. This one from Robert T. is super clever. He's not even really talking about the results. He's talking about how easy and pleasant it is to use the product. It tastes good. It's easy to take. He's basically knocking down potential roadblocks in your mind before you even build them.
And finally, we have Linda K. She's what you'd call the satisfied searcher. That line, after trying various products, is gold for them. It positions Lymph Tonic as the final destination, the thing that finally worked. It makes you think, okay, I can stop looking now, and it encourages you to make it a daily habit. But right after you read all those compelling stories, you'll almost always find this little sentence tucked away somewhere nearby. Individual results may vary. It's this clever dance they have to do. Use the full emotional punch of the stories while also giving them a legal out, saying, hey, no guarantees. Okay, now we're getting to the main event, the moment of truth. You've heard the promises, you've read the stories. How do they actually get you to pull out your wallet and click buy? This part is all about the psychology of the sale. So take a look at this. This is classic stuff. They're not just giving you prices, they're designing your choice. The 2-month option is intentionally set up to look like a bad deal.
Meanwhile, the 6-month supply is screaming best value with the lowest price per bottle and extra bonuses. It's a technique called price anchoring, and it's all about pushing you toward the biggest package because it feels like the smartest financial move.
And just in case that pricing table didn't do the trick, they hit you with this. This chart flat out tells you that most people, a whopping 73%, choose the big package. This creates this powerful everyone's doing it feeling. It's a way to make you feel like you're missing out if you don't pick the big one, and it basically takes the stress of deciding away from you.
Now, they start creating urgency, and the first way they do it is by hitting you with some serious fear of missing out. That word devastating? Wow. They're creating this little horror story in your head about all your progress just stalling out, making you feel anxious about the idea of not buying enough right now.
And then comes the financial pressure. It's the classic one-time only deal. They create scarcity, making you feel like if you don't act now, you'll lose out big time. The thought of paying more than double later is a huge motivator to just commit to the larger purchase today. So we've gone through the whole show, the big promises, the heartwarming stories, the high-pressure pitch. But way down at the bottom of the page, in the tiniest text you can imagine, is the stuff they have to tell you. Let's get out our magnifying glass and read the fine print.
This is the first big one. You'll see it on pretty much every dietary supplement in the US. And it's so important because it's telling you, straight up, that the main government agency in charge of this stuff hasn't actually checked to see if any of the marketing claims are true.
And then you get this sentence, which is honestly the whole ballgame. After reading a whole webpage that feels like it's promising to help you with real health problems, they have to legally say it's not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And that right there is the fundamental tug-of-war in supplement marketing, the powerful implied promise versus the legally required denial.
So there you have it. From top to bottom, it's a perfectly engineered path, designed to make you feel confident, hopeful, and like you need to act now. The real question to leave you with is this. Now that you've seen the architecture behind the pitch, seen how the sausage is made, how does that change the way you'll look at the very next online ad that pops up in your feed?